Welcome to Check It Out. I am excited to introduce a new friend, Moses, who is our youth services librarian.
Hi everybody, I'm so excited to be here. I'm a recent graduate of Keene State College where I studied literature and creative writing. My favorite book right now is The Story of Ferdinand, which I hope I can read for a story time sometime soon.
That sounds like fun. This month for adult programs, we have our community knitting group that meets every Thursday at 3 p.m. All skill levels and yarn crafts are welcome. Looking for one-on-one tech support? Call or email the library to book an appointment with me, your technology librarian. Are you jealous that the kids get all the fun with summer reading? Well, not anymore. This year, Lamson Library and Learning Commons and Pease Public Library are teaming up for an adult summer reading. Level up your library game with our bingo card, complete squares to get raffle tickets for prizes. Mark your calendars for June 16th when registration begins. There might even be a fun surprise in your goodie bag for signing up. Moses, why don't you share what's happening at the library this month for youth services and events?
Absolutely. This month for youth services, events, and programs, we have Wednesday Storytime at 10:15, Thursday Storytime at 11, which is preceded by an hour of sensory play from 10 to 11. Kids of all ages can come to read to Jack, a registered therapy dog, on Wednesday, June 11th and 25th from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Reading to Jack is a great way for struggling and reluctant readers to build confidence and for shy kids to talk in a non-judgmental space. Children in grades K through 3, ages 5 through 8, and their guardians are welcome to join me in the community room on Friday, June 13th. Oh, that's kind of spooky. At 3:30 p.m. to make their own wind chime.
Spooky wind chime.
Yes, I hope not. Registration is required. To register, please email pease@peasepubliclibrary.org with the following information: that you are registering for Make Your Own Wind Chime, child's name, child's age, and guardian's name and best contact number. Tweens in grades 5th through 8th can join us in the community room at 4 p.m. on Friday, June 20th for our meeting of Cartooning Club. Bring your own materials or use what we provide. Snacks will be provided.
Of course.
You don't have to bring that yourself, although you can.
Yeah, and then share it.
Yeah. Tuesday, June 24th, tweens and teens can join me for bread and tacos in the YA section of the library. Bread will be meeting from 5 to 5:30 p.m. and tacos will meet from 5:30 to 6. You will be meeting our new youth services librarian, me, who you may have already met. Brick Builders, also known as Lego Club, is a great place for Lego enthusiasts. Builders of all ages can join us on Thursday, June 26th from 3:30 to 5 in the children's room for a themed Lego challenge. Duplo and Mega Blocks are available for our youngest builders. Finally, actually I don't know if it's finally, so I don't know why I said that. Level up at your library. Play is one of the ways we learn to relate to others, to think in new ways, and to foster friendships new and old. Come level up at Pease this summer. The summer reading program is open to people of all ages. We have 4 divisions: Read with Me, ages birth to entering kindergarten; Children's Division, entering 1st to 8th grade; Teen Division, entering 9th to 12th grades, including those aged 18 to 21 who have not yet graduated high school; and new this year is the Adult Division for anyone 18 and older that Kim just shared. Registration begins on June 16th. The program itself runs from June 30th to August 16th. In addition to our regular activities, sensory play, story time, and book buddies, Pease will also hold a number of summer reading program-specific events. This month, June 30th, 3 p.m., kick off the summer reading with our 3rd annual Bubble Day on the Common.
That's going to be so much fun. Okay, so we always have new books coming into the library. Here are some highlights of ones that have recently come in or are being published this month. For adult fiction, check out the next titles. An adult graphic novel, Remember Us to Life by Joanna Rubin Dranger, winner of the Nordic Council Literature Prize, available for the first time in English, a moving and masterful graphic memoir exploring one woman's search for her identity as she slowly uncovers the truth of how her Jewish relatives disappeared during World War II. Really Cute People by Marcus Harwood Jones. A little domestic bliss never hurt anyone, right? Charlie D is headed for burnout. They've been burned before, both by their bio family and now defunct queer collective they once called home. So when they're asked to take a work trip outside the city, they jump at the chance Sure, it's additional work with no additional pay, but it's also an excuse to get out of town and out of their own head. At the Bottom of the Garden by Camilla Bruce, Clara Woods is a killer and perfectly fine with it too. So what if she takes a couple of lives to make her own a little bit better? At the bottom of her garden is a flower bed, long overgrown, where her late husband rests in peace, or so she always thought. Then the girls arrive.
Ooh, I don't know what that means.
Right? Among the exciting new titles coming in, you'll find the following in the mix for adult nonfiction. Unmasking for Life by Devin Price provides resources to help you advocate for your needs and invent new ways of living and loving that work with your disability rather than against it. You'll learn how to develop 5 key skills for living unmasked in all areas of life. The first one is acceptance of change, loss, and uncertainty. The second is engagement in productive conflict, discussion, and disagreement. The third is transgression of unfair rules, demands, and social expectations. The fourth is tolerance of distress, disagreement, or being disliked, and creation of new accommodations, relationship structures, and new ways of living. Unmasking for Life will help you validate and support you so you can move before unmasking your autism and begin unmasking your world. The Next Day by Melinda French Gates. Transitions are moments in which we step out of our familiar surroundings and into a new landscape, a space that, for many people, is shadowed by confusion, fear, and indecision. The Next Day accompanies readers as they cross that space, offering guidance on how to make the most of the time between an ending and a new beginning, and how to move forward into that next day when the ground beneath you is shifting. In this book, Melinda will reflect for the first time in print on some of the most significant transitions in her own life, including becoming a parent, the death of a dear friend, and her departure from the Gates Foundation. The stories she tells illuminate universal lessons about loosening the bonds of perfectionism, helping friends navigate times of crisis, embracing uncertainty, and more. How to Eat Well for Adults with ADHD by Rebecca King. Figuring out how to nourish your body and mind when you have ADHD can be overwhelming and exhausting. Challenges with executive function, impulsivity, dopamine regulation, and more can lead to a host of obstacles. Finding the motivation to cook a meal, remembering to eat, or overeating for stimulation, getting adequate nutrition, and more. At their worst, these challenges can have serious consequences for your mental and physical health. But it doesn't have to be this way. From a registered dietitian living with ADHD, discover a comprehensive guide to cooking and eating as an adult with adult ADHD-er. Packed with simple strategies, practical tools, and 40 ADHD-friendly recipes.
Here are some YA books to look out for this month. The Poisons We Drink by Bethany Baptiste. Love potions is a dangerous business. Brewing has painful, debilitating side effects, and getting caught means death or a prison sentence. But what Venus is most afraid of is the dark, sentient magic within her. Then, an enemy's iron bullet kills her mother. Venus's life implodes. Keeping her reckless little sister Janus safe is now her responsibility. When the powerful Grand Witcher, the ruthless head of her coven, offers Venus the chance to punish her mother's killer, she has to pay a steep price for revenge. The cost? Brew poisonous potions to enslave DC's most influential politicians. As Venus crawls deeper into the corrupt underbelly of her city, the line between magic and power blurs, and it's hard to tell who to trust, herself included.
Ooh.
Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. Once upon a time, Andrew had cut out his heart and given it to this boy, and he was very sure Thomas had no idea that Andrew would do anything for him. Protect him, lie for him, kill for him. As alluring as it is unsettling, award-winning author C.J. Drews' debuted YA psychological horror will leave readers breathless and hesitant to venture deeper into the woods.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, these are good ones.
They are. When the World Tips Over by Jandy Nelson. With road trips, rivalries, family curses, love stories within love stories within love stories, and sorrows and joys passed from generation to generation, this is the intricate, luminous tale of a family's complicated past and present. And only in telling their stories can they hope to rewrite their futures. The explosive new novel that brims with love, secrets, and enchantment by Jandy Nelson Prince Award-winning and New York Times bestselling author of I'll Give You the Sun. For children's books, look out for the following titles. Today by Gabby Snyder. Today may seem long before leaving for a summer vacation or short during the time away. The moments that make up for the day are filled with surprises, joy, fun, and memories. This book guides young readers to keep their eyes and ears open so the day doesn't slip by.
I love that.
That
Very
sounds
like
really nice.
mindfulness.
Yeah, that sounds like good advice for me, to be honest.
No, ditto.
Bunny and Clyde by Scott Nash. Get ready for a wild ride with Bunny and Clyde. These by-the-rules buddies, a rabbit and chipmunk, are sick and tired of being good. For once, they want to know what it's like to be baddies, rotten to the core. They want thrills and excitement. But to get really good at being bad, they're going to need some experience. What if the dastardly duo started returning library books late on purpose? I hope not. Or borrowing markers without asking? Everyone knows it's a swift downhill slide from there, as long as there's an unprotected piggy bank in town. Unless, of course, their best attempts at mastering bad deeds are strangely misconstrued. Author Megan McDonald brings her quick wit and ear for dialogue, matched by Scott Nash's deft animal characterizations, to a hilarious caper of criminal intentions gone awry.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds really good. Happy and Sad and Everything True by Alex Thayer. Back when Dee and Juniper were still friends, Dee never hid in the bathroom. Now, at the beginning of 6th grade, Dee finds herself there often. The dripping faucet is annoying, and there are other places she'd rather be, like at home and in her room with her cat, Norman. But at least Dee is safe from overenthusiastic teachers and having to see Juniper walking through the halls with her new best friends. Dee would rather be alone than witness that. But it turns out Dee isn't the only one hiding from something. There are kids all over the school worrying in secret and needing someone to talk to. After Dee helps a 2nd grader with spelling advice, more students begin coming to Dee with their problems. It turns out she's a good listener, and she likes helping people. And when she starts receiving mysterious notes, it seems someone out there wants to be her friend, if they only would reveal themselves.
I want to be Dee's friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. As always, if you would like to be put on hold for any of these titles, stop by the circulation desk or give us a call, and a library staff member would be happy to assist you. For the most up-to-date information about things going on at the library, please visit our website at peasepubliclibrary.org or our social media pages. And that's what's happening this month at Pease.
Catch us next month at
Check It Out!